Hey, Aquarius, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Aquarius in your chart. So right away here, I'm getting peaches. Some of you could be eating a peach as you're listening to this. Maybe you are baking peach cobbler, or maybe you come from the peach states, Georgia. Please take it as it resonates. But peaches may mean something to you. Now, Aquarius, what we're seeing here all across the board is creating and finding balance in our relationships, our partnerships, in any area of our lives that feel a little bit off kilter. Now we are in Libra season, but also eclipse season. So there are a lot of things being revealed at this time. And your overall energy you have here is taking a reality check. Now, this card has been showing up for a lot of signs, and the way that Spirit is showing me this energy is a splash of cold water in the face. So it's almost like, okay, here I need this refresher. I need some sort of change or shift to happen, and not so much in the form of just a need, but it is a part of your path to make and embrace a change that is happening here to bring more balance, because something feels a little bit wonky. Something feels a little off key. Now, it could be a very important relationship in your life. It could be your career. Perhaps it's your health, but something is standing out in your world, and it's this time, this month, this eclipse season, it's time for you to really take a look at it. That's why you have this reality check. That's why the universe is bringing you this splash of cold water in the face to kind of wake you up to maybe what you couldn't see, what you didn't want to see, or maybe what you thought you weren't ready for, even though you wanted and you've been embracing and initiating change in the best way possible. But there's definitely a shift coming in here, Aquarius. Now, during that eclipse in the sign of Libra, on the 14th of October, this is a really wonderful time. You have double Cancer energy here. It's a really wonderful time for you to dissolve any fears that may have limited you from achieving the level of success that you've wanted in your world. Okay, this is a time to break through and push through any of those insecurities, those feelings of lack of, the feelings of scarcity, the feelings of not being lovable, whatever it is for you, you're pushing through. And I feel like it's been difficult for you at times to do so, but you're straddling the line here, I see, and this has been coming up again all across the board, of perception. You're straddling the line of fearful and fearless. Now, two words that carry completely different energies, although they sound very similar. It's all about perception, right? So I feel like what you're doing here is, instead of manifesting from a place of fear, you're shifting your energy through this reality check, through this splash of water in the face, and you're shifting it to a place of fearless. Now, fearless is not the absence of fear. After all, we're having a human experience. That fear is part of it, but you're not going to let it hold you back. And I feel like you're saying, fear, get in the back seat. And that includes your insecurities, your worries, your doubts, your anxieties, whatever it may be for you that's been causing a little bit of dis-ease within your world, and possibly for some of you within your body, because I'm getting that the body, I'm getting knees, I'm hearing knees here. I get tension here on the shoulders, shoulder blades, and possibly even the head. So some of you may have been feeling a little bit foggy. You may have had lack of clarity. Maybe you weren't trusting in your higher self, There could have been vertigo. There may have been, Aquarius, some sort of pressure headache, tension headaches, or it just felt a little bit of pressure in the head region. Okay, please take that into consideration, but also see a medical professional if need be. Now, what you don't see coming, or what some of these eclipse energies could bring about, you're definitely releasing a lot. And you have this Scorpio energy showing up here. Now, Scorpio shifts into Scorpio season around the 23rd of October. So this is a really good time between the 14th and the 28th, which is the two major eclipses showing up in the month of October. It's a really good time to expose, work on some of those insecurities, those fears, or the self-doubt. It's a really good time to bring things to a head, so to speak, whether it's a relationship that's been toxic, or maybe it's past its expiration date. Maybe it's that job or that coworker who's been dancing around the idea of feeling like they've done something at work, but they really haven't, right? Maybe it's you asking the boss for a promotion or a raise. So I definitely see here, Aquarius, that you're taking great strides into a brand new beginning. And the universe wants you to trust, because this is your message from the universe. Trust that all will be well. Trust that the choices that you are consciously making right here, right now, are for your highest good. Because in the past, I feel like there was a lot of second guessing, a lot of doubting, a lot of wishy-washy energy, a lot of back and forth here. And you may have even been really thinking things through. Now, not only is Libran season, that's your fellow air sign, you also have here Gemini, which is your other fellow air sign. And this is a really big month for you air signs when it comes to, yes, thinking things through, but then making the leap. And I like to describe that Taurus eclipse. It's a partial eclipse on the 28th. That is part of a series of eclipses along the Scorpio-Taurus axis. And it's the last eclipse taking place in that series. So this is a powerful time to take something all the way, right? Take it home, take that choice or decision and follow through with it. So there is a big emphasis here on releasing something once and for all, or moving through some of those obstacles that have maybe put you on delay, or it may have felt like you were on, I'm getting here, standby. It's almost like you wanted to move forward, but it's like you were on standby, waiting for it to happen. Maybe some of you have a career where you're on call, or perhaps you're in a relationship where at any moment you felt like something was going to kind of cave, is what I get here. Let's take a look at the hidden. Let's take a look at what is coming in here that maybe you can't quite see at this time, but what is this month going to reveal for you? What do we have here, please? We have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. So yes, beautiful. A lot of maybe mirrored energy showing up for you in the month of October. This can be showing up in the form of relationships. This can show up in the form of your career, right? It's about getting organized as well. It is about you being able to see through the illusion, because something is being shattered here, and it's going to give you a new sense of renewal after maybe a shock factor sets in. I don't necessarily feel like there's a huge shock. We'll see. We'll clarify with the tarot, but I feel like that splash of cool water, it's almost like it wakes you up. So once something wakes you up, we'll call it an awakening instead of a shock factor. I feel like then you'll be able to see it from a higher point of view, where you can release any maybe self-judgments, judgments upon others. Maybe you're able to see through the judgment, or you're able to see through other people, other situations, other energies. I feel like that veil is thinning, and your abilities are really, really enhanced this month as well, whatever they may be for you. Yeah, you have the Chess Queen. So a lot of trust required here. You've been strategizing. I see that here. You're definitely thinking things through. There's a big decision for you to make, and you don't want to make a decision impulsively. But I'm also getting here, Aquarius, that you've been thinking this through for quite some time, and I feel towards the end of the month there will be a final decision made. This could also be someone around you. Perhaps you've gone through an interview process, or perhaps you had a very serious conversation with someone close to your heart, and you're giving them a little bit of space and time to make a decision here. I kind of feel that energy showing up. All right, you have in the middle here, you have the word Lord, communication, praise, and dishonesty. Okay, so we're going to actually read from the guidebook. Some of you could be 43 years old. There could be a significance around 43 or even 44. And then we also have the dream walker, dreams, the collective good, and illusion. So yeah, some sort of illusion is being shattered here. And I feel like that illusion is based on a perception or reality that you've gone through within your own experience. So it's your own subjective thinking, right? It's your own perception of what something looks like or what something is for you, right? It's your truth, but it doesn't mean it's the truth. And that's what you are seeing a higher perspective on. You're saying, okay, even though I really wanted this to work out, I see that it didn't, but I'm able to see that there's a different or an alternative path that may be in my highest good. Instead of focusing on maybe the loss or focusing on what did not manifest over here or what's been taking a really long time, that's why that splash of water is coming in here. And it's going to allow you to move forward here in not just the collective good, or excuse me, your highest good, but the collective good for all. It's going to allow you to be able to head towards your dream in a new direction, a new energy frequency. It's built on something more strong, more solid, more stable. It's built on a higher frequency as well. And it's going to be more secure because it's built on this higher frequency. Let's take a look at the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. I'm going to read both the challenger and the ally because some of you may be stuck in a little bit of a judgmental energy, or you feel like you're being judged. Let's see, that's being shattered here for you in order for you to evolve. Now this actually, I love it. It shows up as both the ally and the challenger. So in this deck specifically, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, there is both a challenge section and an ally, but it's showing up combined. So there is a duality here, which Libran energy is all about, duality, polarities. The Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event, say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment. Yes, beautiful. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. Remember, Venus energy rules Taurus and Libra, and that is the energy of both eclipses in the month of October. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. That is what you don't see coming. That's that splash in the mirror. Some of you may look into that mirror and say, wow, this is where I'm at. This is what I need to shift. This is what I need to give myself more credit for. This is what I need to do to move forward. So it is a compassionate and loving review. There's the key word here, love, right? We must not judge based on how we've responded in the past. Remember, we're having a human experience. Sometimes we're going to respond in ways that, feel a little bit crazy at times. But don't be so hard on yourself here, Aquarius. You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. I like that. Because we have the chess queen, there's the trust card showing up, and I certainly sense that, yes, you are strategizing at this time. After all, you are a brilliant air sign, but I also feel that communication, the way that you communicate, how you communicate, and to whom you communicate is very important this month. If you've been lying to other people, or if you've been dishonest with yourself, or other people have been dishonest with you, look out, because that's about to shake the world up a little bit here for you. The word Lord, when it shows up as the challenger, it appears, when the word Lord appears as your challenger, he gently warns of untruths, denial, and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. If you've been dishonest in any way, it's time to make amends. Change your tune. Otherwise, your impact on the world, Aquarius, will not be as effective as you would like. Even if you were to be successful as an immediate result, there would be a price to pay later. If others are being unsupportive towards you, know that it's them, not you. Don't take this world personally. Remember that you don't have to engage others when they project their own fears and negativity onto you. Another message here is about how you speak about yourself. Do you say self-depreciating words? Do you minimize yourself so as not to intimidate others? Do you refer to yourself as less than beautiful? Time to change those unconscious statements now. It's not difficult to change things, as we are always given a choice to make new decisions. As long as you remain positive and supportive, the rest will quickly melt away until all you perceive is the highest good for all. All you need is a desire to change and be positive, and the word Lord will help you win the game of life. Oh, I love that. So what you don't see coming is there's going to be a little bit of a splash in the face. I don't get the energy of a rude awakening, and trust me, I've seen some energies this month there where it will feel like a rude awakening. But for you, Aquarius, I feel like this is a gentle awakening. It's the type of energy that it'd be like a mothering energy. And even if you didn't have that mother that came in and supported you, or maybe she still doesn't, maybe she does, but it's like a mother telling you not necessarily what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, but in a comforting, loving way. I feel like that's what you're doing. That could be someone else helping you out, or that could be beautiful Mother Earth, right? That feminine energy of love and compassion coming in. Now, when she shows up as the ally, which I know that you're going to switch this energy. For those of you that are stuck in the challenger, remember, polarities come together. We can bring that energy. We can raise the vibration. So when that vibration is raised, and some of you are already in it, she shows up as the ally. The word Lord rules communication of all kinds and lets you know that positive interactions can be expected when he arrives as your ally. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you bless the world, it blesses you back. When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy that returns to you in physical form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate into the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. Applaud yourself for everything you do, as even the tiniest accomplishments, Aquarius, they are important. Praise your bills. Give thanks for the services you enjoy and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with Spirit's increasing power. This is also time to remember the powerful practices of affirmations. Write them down and speak them aloud as a spiritual exercise. Say it is so and it will be. It's a very auspicious sign when the word Lord chooses to be your ally. I'm loving this for you. So again, it doesn't mean that you're never going to have a challenge or a struggle or a down day or an off week. But it means that you'll be able to shift the energy and you'll have a hyper-focused sense of awareness that you are the creator, you are the one in control. But so many times we think that we have to be in this airy, fairy, positive, love and light, happy energy at all times. And that's just not the case. We're going to have a down day. So allow yourself to feel love and compassion. And even if you have a down day, try not to talk down to yourself is what we're saying here, what this message is all about. Okay, so we can shift that energy and not stay in the pit for too long. We're able to manifest more quickly. We're able to get up out of that hole quicker when we're able to shift the energy and focus on more of the light. But again, it doesn't mean that we're never going to have that downtime. But I feel like there's something big shifting here for you. And lastly, pay attention to your dreams because you're receiving a lot of downloads. Actually, a lot of you, I just heard here, psychic surgery. So there could be some deep healing. I mean, we do a lot of healing in our sleep state, but some of you are overcoming some deep-seated beliefs, addictions, mentalities that are no longer serving you, old stories. Your dreams may be highly active, Aquarius, because again, communication isn't just in the form of, you and I. It's communication with spirit. It's communication with, those energies around you, including the nature spirits and, everything interacting, because we are a part of a oneness. We are part of the divine spark. We are the spark, right? So let's take a look and clarify some of these energies. We're going to take a look at this reality check, this splash of cold water in the face. What do we need to know? What do we need to know so Aquarius isn't too surprised, please? Oh, wow. It almost looks like a polarity. Both of them at the same distance. I love this. Let's look. Oh, wow. Whoa. What you don't see coming is there's a hidden card underneath. Who would have thought? Now you are moving towards greater abundance, greater stability, maybe even more financial security here, a new income opportunity, a new home, more loyalty, more trust. Whew. The list goes on, right? The Six of Swords is you coming out of a very, very powerful spiritual transition. The Six of Swords could even be some travel. It could be a move. You could be relocating, right? This is a really big time for you, but it's followed up by the King of Pentacles, right? So the King of Pentacles is big boss energy. They focus on their success, right? They focus on their glass half full. They focus on optimistic solutions. That's what you're leading into. So what you don't see coming, for some of you, it's love, right? Some of you are able to follow your passions. You have the Lovers here, Gemini energy. When the Lover shows up, your heart is opening. And because you're opening your heart, you're able to really see things from a beautiful angle. And now I'm not saying you are completely shut down because our hearts are open. Yes, sometimes we put up a little bit of a shield, a boundary, a armor, right? We can walk around like the Tin Man, but it's not ideal, right? So something is opening up here. Now, if you've been wanting love, look out, Aquarius. Love is happening here. You may not even see it coming. Could even be love from someone who's very stable. Someone who does focus on their coin. They want to enjoy the luxuries of their hard work and they want to enjoy it with you. For others of you, if this is a career you're passionate about, something that you love, right? You are letting go of some of the old ways of doing things because the Six of Swords, this can be a really big push or nudge forward from spirit. The Six of Swords is freeing yourself from a situation that may have been or felt at one point beyond repair. And maybe it was, but you're definitely moving towards a higher level of stability, whatever that may look like for you. Wow. That was really neat. So you guys, you might want to replay that because I didn't even see that there was something underneath there. So that was really amazing. All right, let's look at some of these fears because you have double Cancer. Some of you have strong Cancer placements in your chart, but I also see here that yes, there's still some insecurities and fears. I mean, after all, yes, we're having this human experience. It's part of it. But I sense that you're shifting from fearful to fearless. And let's see how we can help you do that. Let's see what insecurities you're pushing through. Some of you, it has to do with family. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But what do we have here? Okay, love. I mean, you're getting a lot of this energy. Oh, look at, you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Knight of Cups could certainly be an offer of the heart. It could be that maybe you felt like love wasn't available or love for what you do. For others of you, intimacy. I just heard the word here, intimacy, and it doesn't have to be intimacy as in making love, but I feel like this is an intimacy about connecting with your soul tribe, being intimate in a form where you can trust and feel secure in the energy and the space of what you do, in the relationships that you partake in, and with yourself. This is a really powerful energy here, Aquarius. I mean, double cups, double tens. This is big. A lot of you had some insecurities based on maybe even some childhood wounding or some loss that occurred in a family dynamic. Maybe some of you, you've always wanted to ascend into marriage, or maybe you had some expectations because there was a marriage that failed. We say failed here, but it's really not a failed marriage. If you can see it from the point of how your soul sees it, you've learned. You've been so blessed. Can you give gratitude for that opportunity? Can you give gratitude towards that person, even if you're still with them, right? There's a lot of beauty here showing up in your energy. All right, let's get some final messages here for these blocks because we have trust. Okay, some of you, this has to do with trust. Betrayal, being let down, judgment, okay? Let's see what you're thinking through because we got a lot of strategizing, and actually it says here strategizing and trust, and over here it says trust and thinking. Are you overthinking, Aquarius? Let's take a look at what all this strategizing is. We may need to drop down to the heart center, take a little bit of a mental break, right? Eat something, take a drink, fuel. I'm getting here, fuel your body with maybe foods that are full of life force energy. Let's see what we need to know about what you're thinking. Okay, beautiful. Oh, wow. You have this Leo energy here. There may have been a big shift around that Lionsgate portal, possibly in the month of August, but you're rethinking a course correction. You're wondering, how can I make my garden grow? Or how can I shift the energy in order to lead more towards that 10 of Pentacles that we see showing up here? Celebrate your wins. As it said in that card, celebrate all that you are. Celebrate the loss. Celebrate the so-called failures. Celebrate the setbacks. Okay, when we get into that state of mind of gratitude, even if our human self thinks that it's very bad, right? Or very negative, or it was such an awful experience, or this person is so mean or judgmental, right? If we can celebrate, and again, it doesn't excuse someone else's behavior because sometimes we just need to step away from it. But if we can celebrate the polarity or celebrate the lessons in the growth, in the failures or the losses or the challenges, that's going to really help you shed light on what you need to see here in order to course correct, or in order to approach an energy from a new stance, from a new perspective. Okay, celebrate. There's a lot to celebrate here, Aquarius. There's some big wins coming in here. 7 energy is strong. 7's about spirituality. It's about wisdom. It's about insight. Try to, again, take a mental break, eat an apple, drink some water, Step back, get out in nature, look up at the stars. Some of you do stargazing, I'm hearing. Some of you may have a telescope. Some of you may even, oh, wow, okay. Some of you may have even had maybe some stars or a constellation named after someone, or you may have named it or something like that. That's really neat. I didn't even know they still did that. All right, let's take a look and get a few final messages from your animal guides. What do we need to know here for Aquarius in the month of October 2023? Oh, thank you. We have the penguin. There's the Three of Cups and the Three of Cups. Wow, what a wonderful clarifier. So we have celebration, soul groups. Yeah, time to focus. So it's interesting here because I feel like you'll be able to gain a better sense of focus if you wash the lens. Okay, so they're showing me that telescope again, but it's like the telescope is a little bit cloudy. It's a little bit foggy. Maybe that's why it needs that splash of water, right? So once we're able to get clear on what it is, we'll be able to focus and see the stars or the constellation, or in this case, your dreams and your wishes. You'll be able to have a better understanding. So celebrate the wins now. You're also calling in your soul tribe, family, soulmate. I really love this clarifier. And you have the cow. The cow is the Empress. The Empress is Libran and Taurus energy, which we talked about. So this is also about abundance, creativity, and fertility. And this is showing up here for you. For those of you that are looking to birth creation, whether it's in the form of a human, of a project, of an idea, an endeavor, whatever it may be, you're ripe, you're fertile, it's time. This is about abundance as well. The Empress is one of the most abundant, if not the most abundant energy in the tarot. Right? When this shows up here, this Empress, she is creative, she's sexy, and she's maternal, and she's nurturing. So that could play into that intimacy piece that we were talking about as well. Now, there's a message here that may not pertain to everyone, just a small percentage. For those of you that are maybe trying to start a family or to have a family, make sure that you don't lose the concept of love making, or intimacy in getting lost up with maybe trying to start a family, right? Because you may lose the entire aspect altogether. And sometimes they say just when you take a step back from overthinking it, that's when it happens. Okay, some of you may have struggled with maybe fertility. There could be fertility treatments. There may be in vitro. I'm getting here adoption. I also sense mothering within your own mother. There could be some abundance around a relationship. If you yourself are a mother, or if you are a child, of course you have a mother yourself, whether she's here in the spirit world or here on earth. This is about you coming in from a creative approach and manifesting some really beautiful things into the world. I love this. Beautiful ending here. I hope this resonates, Aquarius. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.